Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Crypto Events Announcements. My name is Eugene Romanenko. I'm your Crypto MC, and please welcome my today's very important guest. He is Luis Gelado. He's from Madrid, Spain. He's broadcasting right now from Spain, and he's the co-founder and CEO of GeoDB, and he will also be the distinguished speaker of the upcoming event named AI and Blockchain Summit. This is the third edition of the famous Swiss Blockchain Leadership Summit, which will be hosted in November 19, 20, and 21st in Barcelona, Spain by Nelly Arlova, Akmal Nazirov, and they're brilliant in my team. Guys and girls, greetings for you. So, Luis, thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much. Very happy to be here with you guys.
Could you please tell us, give us a bit intro and tell us briefly about yourself and what are you working on in the blockchain industry right now?
Okay, well, I'm what you normally call a serial entrepreneur in the digital technology space. We've been building tech companies here from Spain for 10 years now. So we've been quite successful, raising funds, building tech teams, developing cool stuff. And nearly 2 years ago, because of our experience, in the big data space and really wanted to understand what was going on, this crypto space, we started thinking about what today's GeoDB. So basically, GeoDB is trying to build a decentralized peer-to-peer big data ecosystem. Trying basically to solve all of the many issues that right now you can find in the big data industry. Basically, one of the main issues is that we as users, we are not being taken into consideration when it comes to, gain value on top of all data that we are sharing constantly through, all these data platforms. So basically, we are creating a decentralized marketplace where we build, trusted relationships between, data generators and big data companies that are constantly looking for trusted sources of information. So that's a very fast summary of what we're doing.
Well, why did you decide to share your ideas and your experience at the AI and Blockchain Summit?
Well, so one of the things that I think is very important in the crypto industry and the blockchain industry, is trying to build trust. It's a very new industry still, but projects need to find a way in which we connect technology with real, kind of use cases, things that end users and companies understand. Right now, there's a big gap between what the technology is capable of doing and how we connect those capabilities with real value for all these participants. So I think that there've been many cases that have not been able to explain things correctly. So we want to be very transparent. We want to build trust on top of what we're doing. We want to make it very easy to the community, business understand what are we doing here in GeoDB, and that's why we every time we are called to participate into events, we are very keen and very happy to go there, explain things, and try to explain things in a way that people can understand. Because there's been a lot of a lot of companies doing great, wonderful things, but the way in which they explain things, it makes it very difficult, to corporations and end users to understand what is the real value behind all that technology. So happy to join these guys in Barcelona and build this network stuff on top of blockchain and big data and artificial intelligence. Really happy to participate.
Sounds wonderful. And what specific topics and issues will you be speaking about in Barcelona?
Well, I mean, this connection, the good thing about GeoDB is that we are building an ecosystem on top of an industry that already exists. So we are not trying to build new use cases for companies or for end users. So this industry is huge. It already moves more than 200 billion worldwide revenue every year. And what we're trying to do is improve the way in which people relate between each other. No? So I'm going to be talking about, privacy, rights on top of data, and how we need to build a better relationships now between all these participants in the market. Right now, users, they are not being considered in the value equation. So we talk about this like bigger and broad concept, which is democratize the big data industry. So I want to talk about all this stuff and how to build an ecosystem where companies can acquire information in a trusted direct way, build value for all participants, and bring to this conversations how important it is to protect privacy and ownership on top of users' data. So I think those are very interesting topics, and it's something that has a lot of potential in the future. So yeah, happy to conversate with all these people about this kind of stuff.
That's fascinating. As an insider, by your opinion, tell us please how do you think are the main trends right now in the blockchain industry worldwide?
Well, as I was saying before, I think there's a big gap still between technology and the people. Without mass adoption, things are gonna go slower. So big trends right now, it's all this stuff that's being built to bring technology into our pockets. Probably if you go out to the street right now in Spain and you ask people about blockchain, cryptos, etc., I'm probably sure that only like 1-2% are going to say that they actually understand what's going on in the world. So all that has to do to closing this gap between users and technology is what right now it's being moved by corporations. So all that has to do with exchanges, all that has to do with custody, wallets, which is the way in which we are going to close this gap, and how people can really go into the industry without really having to understand all the complications that we find behind the technology. So I always compare this with Uber. When you ask for a Uber in the street, you are not thinking about how this thing works. And behind Uber, this really easy, understandable user experience interface. There's a super complicated algorithm that mixes all the things on top of the product. Well, the same thing has to happen in blockchain. That hopefully in 5 years we are all going to be carrying decentralized technologies in our smartphones, but we don't really need to understand how the whole thing works behind. So closing that gap, those are the big trends that I think that corporations and blockchain projects are going to be investing a lot of money in. Really good user experience to close the gap. Yeah.
When I talk to the speaker from the specific country, I always add crypto before the country's name and always ask, tell us please, what is crypto Spain right now? How it looks like? What the things? Which things are going on right now?
I mean, I love my country. I think we have super talented people here in Spain, but we are always too slow. All these technology waves that start and gain traction, in Europe, United States, Asia, they always get here very slow because there's not a very good architecture, funding, investors, public services. We are always a little bit scared, of moving forward in a fast pace. So even though there are things going on, things happening, recently we built, the blockchain association here in Spain. So we are trying to do things, but normally things are very slow here. So that's why the big talents here in Spain, technological talents, end up, moving abroad to other countries where it's easier to access funding, where it is easier to access, tech talent. So we are still trying to build cool and big things here in Spain, but probably it would be much more easier if you went to another country. So it's So I'm super patriotic. I love my country, and I would love things to go faster. But the thing is that it doesn't happen in the speed I would love it to happen. No, so in one way, good, but there's not so much things going on as you see in other countries around Europe, where there's a lot much funding on top of blockchain, much more easy. So here, like the big corporations, investors, they prefer, to slow down, watch which things are working in other countries, and after they are very, very confident, they jump in. And well, I don't like it too much, but that's the way it is.
And finally, how do you personally recommend to attend AI and Blockchain Summit? What type of person would mostly benefit from this summit, as you think?
I think that the topics that are going to be discussed are, the forefront of technology development worldwide. So any guy that, even if it's not working in the space, even if it's not an entrepreneur, so anyone that has a little bit of love for technology, new stuff being developed worldwide, these two topics are right now at the top of like everything in the world. So I think there are going to be huge conversations going on, very important and talented and inspiring people talking. So I really recommend anyone that has a couple of hours free space from their work, just go and attend. There are going to be lots of topics that are going to be in our lives for the next 50 years. So super interesting, and I would say don't miss the opportunity. We have it here in Spain, in Barcelona, lovely city, lovely weather, lovely people. So just attend. They're going to have a wonderful time there.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are looking for a great event in a great season in the fall of 2019 and looking at the great place and have never been in Spain, for example, and are in the blockchain industry or are not and find it useful for your business, please visit the AI and Blockchain Summit in Barcelona, Spain in November 19th, 20th, and 21st of 2019 by Neda Lova and in mind him. By the way, we can also meet with you at Human to IT conference in October 5th in Minsk, Belarus, in City Conference in Kyiv, Ukraine, 10th and 11th of October, Chainpoint 19 conference in Yerevan, Armenia, October 14 and 15. Neda Lova also is going to be there. And Blockchain Live Europe conference in October 16 and 17 in Moscow, Russia, and Georgia Gaming Affiliate conference in October 18 in Tbilisi, Georgia, and Satoshi Invest Summit in Georgia, October 30th, 31st, for celebrating the 11th Bitcoin white paper anniversary. Please visit cryptomc.com and find links below and find your discount promo codes. Please subscribe on my Facebook page or YouTube channel and stay tuned for next speaker's interview. Mr. Luis Gelado, the co-founder and CEO of GeoDB, and Eugene Romanenko were with you. Thank you for watching. See you in November in Barcelona, Spain at the AI and Blockchain Summit. Stay tuned, stay crypto, stay blockchain, and thank you, Liz.
Thank you very much.